So I'm out of the pub last night watching the Europa League final, no prizes for guessing who I was supporting, with a couple of my mates, and bang, a Celtic legend walks into the room. Anyone who follows me on Twitter will know exactly who I'm talking about. Probably the biggest Celtic name in the last 15 years. In fact, not probably, there's no probably about it. He absolutely is an icon of the club. Scott Brown, I'm talking about. He walks in, walks past us, literally sits at the table right next to us. I'm a bit starstruck, I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of like, oh my God, Scott Brown's right there. I don't tend to be one of those guys that goes absolutely nuts whenever they see someone remotely famous. I, like every other Celtic fan, haven't had an opportunity to wave this guy off, to thank him for his time at the club. But I took that opportunity. He went to the toilet. When he came back for the toilet, I said, Scott, may I have a photo, please? And to his credit, he was absolutely brand new. And not just with me, to be fair, there was probably 8 or 9 people who asked him for photos during the course of the night, as you would expect. And every single time he got up from the table, didn't just get a photo with people, had a wee conversation with people. I really thought he came across as a class act. 22 Celtic trophies between the two of us added together. A few TikTok videos as well. I'll claim those, Scott. But yeah, brand new. Great to see him. Thanked him for everything. He doesn't watch the channel. Apparently he says he doesn't really watch many YouTube channels. He says he doesn't actually really go on social media at all. But the key thing, the main thing that you're watching this for right now is the big question. What is happening with Eddie Howe? Of course I had to put it to Scott Brown. He replied saying, Hamish, hopefully I edited all that correctly, but it's been a busy day, so I might have messed that up. Anyway, Scott Brown, you're a hero. Thanks for being so sound in person. They say never meet your heroes. Well, I did, and he's still a hero. Anyway, Bruni won't be part of Celtic's pre-season plans for the first time in, 14 years, I presume. But Celtic will continue. We'll go into pre-season very shortly, actually, in around a month or so. And we, on today's video, are going to chat all about these pre-season plans. Celtic have announced them in the last few days. Where are we going? Who are we going to be playing? Who's our manager going to be? We're going to tackle all of that stuff on today's video. Remember to subscribe to the channel. We're really trying to boost them by the end of the month. It would be appreciated if you're watching this video right now and you haven't subscribed, please just click that button. If you do it, Eddie Howe will absolutely be announced on Friday and you'll be responsible for this. If you're already subscribed and you fancy liking the video as well, that would be great. It helps more people see the videos and helps the channel grow. And neither of those two things cost you any money at all. So go for it. Okay, where will Eddie Howe's Celtic be spending their pre-season? Well, as I say, the club revealed the plans for pre-season next season. They're very good at revealing plans for pre-season, not very good at revealing who the actual guy leading the club is going to be. We're still waiting. We expect it to be Eddie Howe. But yeah, July the 5th to July the 14th, Celtic will head over to Wales to take part in is that 9-day, 10-day training camp. When we are in Wales, we'll play 3 behind closed door friendlies. These are against to be confirmed football club. Right, just pause that right there, just ignoring that terrible bit of patter there from myself earlier on. Shortly after I finished recording, Celtic announced that the to be confirmed game would be against Sheffield Wednesday. It's the first of the 3. It will take place on July the 7th at 3 p.m. Back to past, Hamish. Charlton Athletic, featuring Adam Matthews possibly, depending on his contract situation, and Bristol City as well. A few days after that, when we return back up to Scotland, we will face Scott Sinclair's Preston North End at Celtic Park. That one's scheduled for Saturday, July the 17th at 5:30 p.m. Will there be fans in Celtic Park for that one? I would certainly hope so if there's going to be thousands at the Euros games barely weeks earlier. A week after that, we'll face West Ham United at Celtic Park. Now, interestingly enough, when West Ham confirmed this on their website, they spoke about the possibility of West Ham fans even being able to attend this match in Glasgow. So that's certainly promising for what's to come in terms of away supports being allowed to games as well. This West Ham game is sandwiched by our two Champions League second qualifying round matches. In case you missed it last night, this glorious team won the Europa League. As much as I was happy about that, not actually great news for Celtic. It means that Galatasaray, along with Rapid Vienna and Midtjylland, will be potential first round opponents for us. It also means that Cesc Fabregas and Monaco could lie in wait later on in the competition, although not in the second round should we get there. So not a very European pre-season for Celtic at all. It's just England we're going to, and of course Wales. We won't be facing any European opposition other than Champions League. We won't be venturing over to Europe other than in UEFA competition. Don't know if that's as a consequence of COVID, if it's just that Celtic want to mix things up, if it's as a result of Dubai being an absolute shambles in January. Not quite sure. Maybe it's just the club playing things safe. But the place we're going in Wales does seem to be a top-class training resort. The club described it as world-class, actually, a bit like my drinking was last night. Celtic Manor, it is called. Now, Celtic Manor, you must see the link there. Any golf fans watching this will probably be quite familiar with that name. It's most famous for hosting the 2010 Ryder Cup on one of its 3 golf courses, but it also caters for numerous other sports as well. Now, doing a bit of digging into the facilities, and I believe Celtic will be training at the Dragon Park training facilities. They're around 10 minutes away from the Celtic Manor Resort. So there's 3 pitches in this training facility. 2 of them are high-level grass surfaces, and there's one 3G surface as well. There's loads of other facilities in the place that Eddie Howe will want to be utilising, such as meeting rooms, treatment rooms, loads of other kind of rooms. Over 1 million people visit the Celtic Manor Resort every single year, and it's seen as one of the top facilities in Europe. So that's not bad at all. As I say, lots of space for training, lots of space for different kinds of meetings. Celtic haven't actually confirmed that it's Celtic Manor they're going to. They didn't mention it in the statement, but another club who will be playing in pre-season, we've already mentioned them, Charlton Athletic, did mention the fact that they'd be playing Celtic and also name-checked Celtic Manor. So it would be an almighty coincidence if Celtic weren't training at Celtic Manor. The new manager will have the opportunity to work with his team. They're not going too far away, so we don't need to worry about long-distance trips. Remember those years ago when we used to go to Japan and Australia and even America, which is obviously a bit further than Wales. So not a lot of travelling associated with this. We'll get high-level facilities. We'll get an opportunity to really work with the players. Well, I won't, but the new manager, Eddie Howe, will. I think it's exciting stuff. The actual pre-season fixtures aren't hugely appetising. I mean, West Ham may have finished 7th in the FA Premier League, but they're not exactly an incredible name. You know, Celtic Park won't be sold out for that game in a normal world. We may get a good crowd for it because people are just choking to get back to Celtic Park, and hopefully there is a good crowd for it. But it's not even going to be a full-strength Celtic team for that game, I don't think, given that it's sandwiched between 2 crucial Champions League qualifiers. So in terms of the actual full-strength Celtic side, there's not a great level of competition. You know, real tough matches. We're not playing a European elite side, but you could argue playing teams like Charlton, Bristol, Preston. Obviously, there's one more game to be confirmed as well. Should give us a decent level of competition. It's all about what happens with the manager coming in and the recruitment at this stage. Come on, Celtic. Do the business on Friday. Send us into the weekend with some good news. Appoint Eddie Howe. Do it for Scott Brown.